During my summer in London, I carried Amanda Palmer's book, The Art of Asking, with me everywhere. It came with me on the tube, it came with me on the bus, I took it with me to Wales and Liverpool. I read it in short bursts my entire time in England. A lot of what Amanda Palmer talks about is how responsive her fan community is. They genuinely want to help her and each other. She talks about this in her TED Talk as well, which is a sort of fast-track version of the book.
So I would need a piano to practice on, and an hour later I would be at a fan's house. This is in London. People would bring home-cooked food to us all over the world backstage and feed us and eat with us. This is in Seattle. Fans who worked in museums and stores and any kind of public space would wave their hands if I would decide to do a last-minute spontaneous free gig. This is a library in Auckland. On Saturday, I tweeted for this crate and hat because I did not want to schlep them from the East Coast, and they showed up care of this dude, Chris from Newport Beach, who says hello.
While I was reading the book, I thought about my own online communities and how one particular group had guided me through a lot of fear I had surrounding studying abroad. If it hadn't been for the generosity of the London Nerdfighters, I probably wouldn't have left my flat the entire trip, let alone experienced as many incredible things as I did. But before I get into that, I need to explain what Nerdfighteria is.
A Nerdfighter is a person who, instead of being made out of like bones and skin and tissue, is made entirely of awesome.
To me, being a nerdfighter is someone who's inclusive, is someone who's accepting of all, and is above all a nerd.
Nerdfighter is someone who is a fan of, well, the Vlogbrothers and wants to help in everything they do, so that in the terminology of the Nerdfighters is decrease world suck, which is stop bad things happening in the world.
The thing about Nerdfighteria is that it makes it very easy to ask. Even though many of these people were relative strangers when I first met them, I never felt like I needed to worry about whether it was okay to ask for help, because I knew being part of the community meant that one day I would be given the opportunity to pay it forward.
They are just the most inclusive, amazing people, and no matter what you want to do or where you want to go, someone will go with you whether they want to or not, just because you asked.
Before last summer, I'd never been across the pond. I was terrified of taking the tube. I had no idea how to survive in a big foreign city. I reached out to the London Nerdfighters on Facebook, hoping to find some help. I posted all my fears and questions, and within minutes I had reassurances, support, and answers from Nerdfighters all over the UK. They helped me figure out how much money to bring, where I should visit while I was there, how to take the tube, all before getting on the plane. Once I was actually in London, the support kept rolling out. I brought my Sherlock costume with me and really wanted to take photos in front of the location the BBC show Sherlock uses for 221B Baker Street. The problem was I didn't have anyone with me to take my photo. I sent out a quick request on Facebook for a photographer, and within minutes, a guy named Richard was willing to take my photo the next day. When another Nerdfighter found out I played Quidditch, she immediately invited me to play with her team, the London Unspeakables, at their next practice at Hampstead Heath. I expressed a desire to go to the Doctor Who experience in Cardiff, Wales, but was worried about going on my own, and two Nerdfighters jumped in saying they'd love to accompany me. Nerdfighters seemed to pop up everywhere, inviting me to events like West End Live, or to the first ever European Nerdfighter convention, Con for Awesome. I was even able to see Amanda Palmer, the woman who had inspired me to reach out in the first place, live at the Royal Albert Hall.
Oh, we can beat them forever and ever, and we can be heroes just for one day.
Me and some other fans even met her and her husband Neil Gaiman because we had the courage to ask if it was okay to say hello. I had 2 months worth of life-changing experiences, all because I wasn't afraid to ask for help. I went from being afraid of getting lost in England to having over 1,000 people willing to be my guide. I learned to trust people because of this massive group of strangers. I've learned that I can go all the way across the world, plop down into a city I've never been to, with people I've never met before, and trust that if I have the courage to ask for help, someone is going to be there. Nerdfighteria reminds me every day, you are not alone.